Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. The effects of the trough of a low-pressure system starts over the Sultanate. The Ministry of Tourism starts working on a host of touristic planning schemes in a number of governorates of the Sultanate. And the fourth conference on quality management and development in education discusses various topics related to statistical data and use of development curricula in education. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. A number of northern wilayas and governorates of the Sultanate witnessed light to moderate to heavy rainfall due to effects of low trough pressure system. The latest weather analysis of the National Multi-Hazard and Early Warning Center shows that the trough of low pressure system will extend to all the northern parts of the Sultanate as well as the governorates of Dhofar and Worcester. The seas will be moderate to rough along coastal areas of Musandam and Sea of Oman. Oman Touristic Investment Conference unveiled two premium touristic projects in the governorates of South Al-Batna and Muscat, reviewed Oman touristic strategy and its vision in promoting tourism in the Sultanate. More details in the following report.
The project of entertainment front Hay al-Sharq in Wilaya of Barka in the governorate of South Al-Batina and Yeti in the governorate of Muscat are the most prominent projects revealed by the Ministry of Tourism at Oman Touristic Investment Conference. The conference, in which more than 100 investors and 24 speakers from inside and outside the Sultanate take part, reviewed the Omani touristic strategy and its vision on promoting tourism in the Sultanate, in addition to touristic projects and investment potentials, as well as the government procedures undertaken in the Sultanate in this regard. The objective of the conference is to find an opportunity for the officials concerned in tourism sector to meet and exchange experiences in addition to acquaint with other countries' expertise to benefit from in order to prosper and evolve this sector. On the sideline of the conference, His Excellency Ahmed bin Nasser al-Mahrizi, Minister of Tourism, revealed that the ministry started to work on a host of touristic planning schemes in a number of governorates of the Sultanate.
Now we are focusing in the hotels sector, and we think that we need more than 25,000 rooms up to 2020. So, but we are doing well. We have now, so far we have 18,000 rooms, and we will add 2017 and 2018, 6,000 rooms more.
The conference and its accompanied exhibition is expected to conclude by establishing a database for touristic projects every year in order to determine the volume of expansion and annual development.
The Shura Council office, during its 10th regular meeting, discussed today the report related to amendments proposal of Tender Board draft law and clarified reasons behind imposing additional banking fees for providing some banking services. The office also discussed a suggestion by one of the members of allocating special schools for their talents and providing such schools with qualified specialists, professionals and special programs. It further looked at some queries request on a number of economic, educational and development topics, in addition to other requests concerning delivery of some necessary services to a number of wilayas of the Sultanate. His Excellency Khalid bin Hilal Al-Ma'wali, Chairman of the Shura Council, presided over the meeting. Activities of the fourth conference on quality management and development in education began today. The two-day conference hosts a group of specialists in the field of quality in higher education from inside and outside the Sultanate and discusses a variety of topics in quality management and development. The conference highlights the importance of statistical data and use of developmental curricula in education, and in addition to discussing the tools of quality management, performance management, change management, and the role of staff empowerment, strategic partnership, governance, accountability, e-learning, evaluation, quality learning, and development through the investment of students. The conference aims at sharing good practices and experiences in the quality management sector in higher education, in addition to the meeting of needs of personnel related to higher education, locally, regionally, and globally. This event is held under the patronage of Sheikh Khalid bin Omar Al Marhoun, Minister of Civil Service. A number of development projects in all the governorates of the Sultanate were included in the third version of Oman Development Bank competition for excellent performance at the branches level. The results of the competition were announced and the winners and distinguished employees were honored. Applying best practices in banking services and finding potentials for an encouraged work environment for innovation were the highlights aims of this competition, which started from 2014. The main conference committee of the Entrepreneurship Award launched the third edition of the award in a press conference today. The award yearns to augment the capacity of entrepreneurship and SMEs to be effective contributors on involving economy based on technical know-how, research, latest skill sets, and innovation. The award's theme for this year is "Success is a Shared Responsibility," which bolsters the message that supports SMEs in Oman in not limited to a few, instead all contribute in enhancing presence and competitiveness of Oman entrepreneurs and their business. Furthermore, the initiative seeks to add in-country value by working with local allies and generating jobs for Omani nationals, driving the country to a well-established and diversified economy based on knowledge and technological advancement. Riyadh joined hands with a number of organizations and continues to look further for partnership to encourage growth in the SME sector. Riyadh signed a strategic relationship agreement with Omantel to support and execute the current edition of Entrepreneurship Award. Omantel will contribute in providing a supportive environment for entrepreneurship, share proficiency, similar award events, as well as to provide enduring technological and financial support through its collaboration. Still to come in our news bulletin. Arabic and Indian calligraphy portraits that date back to different ancient ages are displayed at an Islamic calligraphy exhibition in Muscat. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Saud Al Busaidi, Minister responsible for Defense Affairs, paid a visit to a number of units of the Royal Army of Oman in the Governorate of Dhofar and got acquainted with establishment projects currently being implemented in some military locations. His Excellency also visited Sultan Qaboos Military College, during which he was briefed about the courses, programs and training curricula of the college. enhancing cooperation in Parliament filled and exchanging expertise between the Sultanate and Belarus topped the discussion of His Excellency Dr. Yahya bin Mahfoud Al-Monthari, Chairman of the State Council, and His Excellency Vladimir Maki, Belarusian Minister for Foreign Affairs, and his delegation. During the meeting, they also reviewed the friendship relations between the two countries, especially in economic, commercial, scientific and cultural fields, so as to serve the joint interests. His Excellency Khalid bin Hilal Al-Ma'awali, Chairman of a Shura Council, received His Excellency Vladimir Maki, Belarusian Minister for Foreign Affairs, and his delegation. During the meeting, they discussed the existing friendship relations between both countries, as well as ways to enhance them in political, economic and commercial fields. His Excellency Dr. Ali bin Masoud As-Sanadi, Minister of Commerce and Industry, also met His Excellency the Belarusian Minister for Foreign Affairs and his delegation. The meeting focused on enhancing commercial cooperation between the two countries, as well as reviewing the available opportunities in fields related to industries, information technology and tourism. His Excellency the Belarusian Minister for Foreign Affairs and his delegation paid a visit to the National Museum in Muscat. During the visit, the Belarusian guest listened to a comprehensive briefing about the holes and items being displayed in the museum, as well as its role in highlighting the civilization of the Sultanate. The 4th Oman Plast 2017 is an exclusive international plastic, rubber, petrochemicals and packaging industry exhibition which was opened in Muscat, and it will continue for 3 days. It will showcase the latest technologies and machinery necessary for manufacturing of plastic and petrochemicals and other related products. In order to keep pace with arts teaching requirements, the activities of the second Reciting Artist Forum started at Sultan Qaboos University. The event was organized by Arts Education Department. It is an activity during which a number of artists from outside the Sultanate are hosted to present workshops on fine arts. It came to stress the importance of interaction between students and experienced artists. These workshops are part of continuous artist activities in the university. "40 Arabic and Indian calligraphy portraits that date back to different ancient ages were displayed at the Arabic and Indian Islamic calligraphy exhibition. The event was organized by the Indian Embassy in Muscat. The exhibition contained rare Arabic calligraphy pictures from some Holy Quran verses that date back to the 7th and 8th century, in addition to a copy for the Holy Quran written in the 16th century. The exhibits were brought from Ranpur Riza Library, which is considered one of the deep-rooted Islamic libraries in India. The activities of conclusion races of His Majesty the Sultan's Cup for Domestic Camel Racing 2017 continue for the second day. The event is being organized at the Village Racetrack in the Wilaya of Barka. Bedouin tents were held to showcase the Bedouin life and handicraft industries. Now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Cloudy skies will prevail over most of the governorates with chances of scattered rainfall, occasionally thunder shower accompanied by gusty wind and hail. Winds will be south to southeasterly light to moderate. Seas will be moderate with a maximum wave height of 3 meters. This is the Sultan from on television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. The effects of a trough of low-pressure system starts over the Sultanate. The Ministry of Tourism starts working on a host of touristic planning schemes in a number of governorates of the Sultanate. And the fourth conference on quality management and development in education discusses various topics related to statistical data and use of development curricula in education. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the studios and the newsroom, it's good night.